The last thing that I've been playing a decent amount of recently is Sonic the Hedgehog. All of them,
All
before
of
you
them.
ask.
I was gonna say, which one? Because there's like a million of them.
Yeah, there's like 30 something mainline games. Yeah, I recently decided, hey, there's a lot of game series out there that I haven't played ever. I have never rolled credits on a single one of these, but they've been hugely influential to the entire gaming landscape, and I feel like I should experience them at least once. And so I'm starting this new series. This is called "Am I a Fan of?" question mark, and it's gonna be I'm gonna pick a smattering, like what the community seems to generally agree is a good representation of that series, as well as, and so I'm gonna try and get a bit of the good, a bit of the bad, and good of the meh, and play through those. So for Sonic, I have 10 games. I have a list. I see if I ever memorize. I'm playing Sonic 1 because, you always want to know where a game series started. Sonic 3 and Knuckles because a lot of the community seems to agree that that was where the 2D Sonic games peaked, and some say Sonic as a whole peaked, and it was just downhill from there. Then Sonic Adventure 2. Uh, I believe I am playing Sonic O. I want to play Sonic '06 after that. If you know about Sonic 2006, it is infamous for being the worst of the worst that Sonic has ever, like, the Sonic team has ever pushed out. It is buggier than buggy. It is very, very, very horrific.
Mm, jeez.
um, Yeah, and also the story is like, excuse me, Sonic falls in love with a human. Does this is it? Let's not ask questions. This story was, as I best tried to describe, this story was not written with people asking questions in mind.
Do you think Sonic should have gone to the 3D platforming style, or should it have stayed at 2D?
um, Hot take. Sorry if this makes anybody watching angry. I really think that Sonic in 3D is both possible and does work well in a lot of different instances. It's just that Sonic Team doesn't seem to want to stick with something that is like proven and known,
Mm-hmm.
and it's both to Sonic's benefit and detriment. Where one of the consistent things, because I've played, a little bit of each of these games before I started, committing to the full playthroughs, and uh, it seems like Sonic Team sort of has just been throwing at the wall. What is Sonic even about? And to the point where I am of the belief that Sonic isn't the main character in Sonic games. Sonic is a mascot who can be morphed and molded to fit into any situation and be a generic hero protagonist that you can relate to with a transferable set of skills. Is there a problem that you can solve by running really fast or hitting something while curled up into a ball? If yes, then you can put Sonic in it.
Doesn't
Shrug.
he, in one game, turn into a monster? Does that only
Yes.
happen in one game?
Yes, Sonic Unleashed. He turns into have the werehog, and they were like, "Hey, God of War's popular. Let's do that."
Yeah, they do that in a lot of games sometimes, just to try to freshen things up. Because Jack 2 did that also, and of course God of War. And it's strange how the game developers, when they're designing a game, they're like, we need a super mode. I think Darksiders did that also, right? Yeah, they did.
Feel like I'm pretty sure which Darksiders
I think
was
I've
this.
only played the first one.
Hmm.
Did they do it in the first one?
I don't remember. I think I've only played a little bit of three. That's another series I need to play for this series. It's quite a lot.
But yeah, it's just one of those gaming tropes that you'll see. It's kind of get. It's not really up to that point where you're like, oh, I'm so tired of seeing this. But I guess game developers have finally realized, oh yeah, that's being done a bit too much. But I really wish developers would notice other things that are being done too much. Thank you for listening to this podcast clip. If you want to watch more of the podcast, the full podcast is in the link in the description, along with my guest's channel name. And if you would like to guest in a future podcast, please contact me and we shall talk so we can discuss many, many topics, more to come. Other than that, have a glorious day.